good morning. Welcome to yoga. So my name's Camilla. I'm going to be your teacher today. It's still a bit dark, so hoping I'll get light throughout this class. We have a short flow together to wake up the body and to just explore what space we can find in the body. We have the roosters currently in the tree. They're deciding not to sleep in their chicken coop, so they'll soon be up, out and about. We can definitely hear them already, so just be aware of that. And yeah, I'm going to be wearing socks for the first little while I get warm, because it is very cold here. But yeah, get your mat. Make sure you have a nice, lots of space, a nice comfortable setup. We'll start standing today. Feet are hip width apart, and we're just going to start by shaking. This is going to really help energize the body and just get us into the present. So beginning nice and gently, maybe bending at the knees, flicking through the hands, closing your eyes if that helps you move more freely. Trying to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose here. You can make the movements a bit bigger now. Experimenting with moving one arm at a time, maybe lifting a leg. Just getting some movement into your body, feeling where you are. It's going to help us immediately feel a bit more energized, a bit more awake. Very good. So from here, come to standing, either hip width apart or feet together. Bring your hands to your heart and just feel if you can see any difference. Sensing any energy moving around the body. And then from here, raising your hand overhead, nice and slow. Palms connect, looking up. Engaging through your core and your glutes, light back bend, very gentle, and then folding forward, just letting everything drop here, swaying from side to side. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, extending through your back. Exhale, dropping everything again, swaying it out. I like to think here when my dog really wants a pat, he'll come and present his head and he'll just drop everything. So there's no tension in his cheeks. Everything is just heavy. So think like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward, hands to the mat, bending at the knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding. Inhale, rising to stand. And let's fold forward straight away. Inhale, halfway lift. So these half sun salutations here, just waking up the lower back, backs of the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rising to stand. Hands touch overhead, hands to heart. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. I'm going to take off my socks because I will start slipping. Hands to the mat, stepping back into plank, dropping your knees and lowering down for our first chaturanga of the morning. Elbows in nice and close, tipping your body weight over your wrists. Exhaling down, inhaling into a cobra. Lowering down again all the way to your belly. Hands are in under your shoulders, elbows tucked in close. Low cobra here, inhale. Exhale down to the mat. Again, inhaling low cobra, so if you can lift your hands off the mat. You won't be able to get as high. You're really working all those back muscles. Lowering down and then pulling up into a cobra, full cobra. Just gently rocking here. Looking over left shoulder back to your ankle, and then looking at the right shoulder. So linking back into a child's pose. And then coming forward into cobra again, opening up through the chest, tucking your toes and pushing back. Downward facing dog. Expanding through the shoulders, pressing through your palms. You can bend your knees here, but the focus here is a long straight spine. So if you're compromising that spine to get your feet on the floor, I would encourage you to bend your knees instead. Looking to the front of your mat, stepping up, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, standing to rise. Exhale, bring it to your heart. Close your eyes. Hearing the roosters. Hearing whatever sounds are in the space you are practicing. Reminding yourself you are here. Your heart is beating. What a gift to be alive now. Blinking open the eyes if they were shut. Inhaling, hands reach. Exhale, swan dive to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting your hands, stepping back into plank, lowering down chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. And then pulling back, downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg to the sky, bending your knee and opening up through the hip. And let's do some circles here. Sending some fluid to your right hip. Reversing the circles. Extending through your leg, big step front of the mat. And then from here, planting your back foot at a 45-degree angle, drawing your right hip back, left hip forward. So hips are square. And then slowly shoot your arms behind you, coming up halfway, really bracing the core here. And then engaging core, rising up to stand, warrior one. Planting through the back edge of your left foot, sinking forward into your right knee, bracing your core. Opening up warrior two. And then from here we're going to flow between reversed warrior and extended side angle. So flipping your palm, bending your knee, pulling back into reversed warrior, elbow to thigh, coming over extended side angle, bending through your knee, inhaling, coming up, exhaling, coming over. In your extended side angle, think of one long energy line from your fingertips to your toes, so extending out long. This time holding in your extended side angle. If you're not going to compromise your shoulder and tip further to the ground, you can bring your fingertips to the ground. And then let's play around with a bind, so half bind. Wherever you are, you can bring your left arm and bring that hand somewhere on your lower back or in the lower thigh of your right, upper thigh of your right leg, opening through the chest. And if it's available to you, you can do the full bind here, connecting your hands, opening through your chest, shining your heart to the sky. Making sure you're still bending through your knee. Releasing arms. Windmilling your hands to the mat. And then from here, bending and straightening your front leg. Dropping your back knee, and then from here pushing out your right knee, opening through your chest. You can walk that right foot out a little wider. And then staying here, either coming a little further down onto your forearms. If this is very accessible to you, you can even raise the back leg, so in lizard. Breathing here. As it gets more intense, we can be more prone to hold the breath. But whenever you remember guiding your attention to that space on your nostrils where the air comes in and out, coming up, and then bringing left hand, right hand behind us, catching left foot, opening up through the chest. So we're now adding on the quads as well as the hips here, so it can feel quite intense. But seeing if you can relax in the eyes. Relax your forehead. Relax it even more. And then releasing your foot, tucking your toes under, stepping back downward facing dog. And let's ripple forward into high plank, lowering low plank, up dog or cobra. Pulling back downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. 1. 2. 3. Lifting left leg high to the sky, bending your knee, opening your hip, and then drawing circles with your knee as big as you can. Switching the direction. Lifting your leg, big step front of the mat. Planting your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Fingertips on the ground, and then squaring off your hips directly. Left hip pulls back, right hip forward. Shooting your arms back behind you. Engaging your core. Drawing your shoulder blades together, opening through your chest. And then inhaling, rising, warrior 1. Sinking forward into your front knee. Lifting up tall through your fingers. Grounding through the back foot. And then from here, opening up, warrior 2. Well, we have some guests joining. Opening through the back arm, planting through the foot, and really opening through this back hip. So that may mean you need to step front foot in a bit to gain that space. And from here, flowing between reversed warrior and extended side angle, flipping your palm, calming back, bending through the front knee, reversed warrior. Elbow to thigh, extended side angle, coming back and reaching forward. Going at your own pace here. Inhaling into reversed warrior, exhaling extended side angle. And then from here, holding your extended side angle, bending through the front knee, opening through your chest. If you want, bringing fingertips to the ground. And then wherever you are, trying the half bind. Opening through your shoulder, smiling your chest to the sky. And then, if it's accessible, taking the full bind, but making sure you're not compromising the knee, the chest. Breathing into it. From here, releasing hands to the mat, walking that left foot out wider. Dropping the back, we're not dropping the back knee yet, we are bending and extending through the front knee. So almost a half split here, but we are up on the back foot. And then into a lunge. Fingers are on the inside of the foot, so it's more like a lizard. And that's where we're going, dropping the back knee. High in our lizard. Sending your breath to your left hip. And then if you want, dropping down into that lizard lunge. And then if you really want, extending through the back leg. So pick your level for today, honoring where you're at, not forcing yourself beyond any point. Deep belly breaths here. Very good, calming up. And then seeing if we can catch. Same arm as leg, opening up through the chest. There's a bit of balance here as well on the knee. Opening up wide. Releasing arms and legs. Stepping back, downward facing dog, rippling forward, finding your flow, lowering down over the toes, upward facing dog. Pulling back, downward facing dog, 3 rounds of breath. One. 2, 3. Looking to the front of your mat, stepping or jumping to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, extending your spine. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rising to stand. Exhale, bring it to your heart, closing your eyes. Feeling any difference in the body now. Feeling the energy, the prana, moving across your chest, your arms, your legs. Blinking, open your eyes. Inhale, reaching overhead. Exhale, folding forward. And then from here, we're going to come straight into a half split. So lifting left leg to the sky. Bring your hands quite close to your right heel. If you wish, you can hold on to that right back of the leg. Squaring your hips, extending through both legs. Dropping your head towards your right foot. And then from here, slowly bringing hands to heart, extending through the back heel, and then finding warrior 3. A lot of energy in the legs needed for this, very intense. And then from here, flying the arms behind you, making yourself into a big capital T. Flexing through the back foot, extending out, shooting all the energy back through your heel. And then stepping back. Crescent lunge. Hands to heart, tipping forward, twisting to the front knee. You can always drop the left knee here. And your final option here is to fly the arms, planting left hands on the ground, opening up through your right arm. Hands to the mat now, stepping back downward facing dog. And looking to the front of your mat, bending your knees, stepping or jumping up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, rising to stand. Exhale, bring it to your heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drop. And then from here, right leg extends to the sky, finding half split on the other side. Stamping through your left foot. Using your breath to see if you can grow any longer in both legs. Bringing hands to heart, engaging your core, all your balance, flexing through the back heel, coming up, warrior 3. Flying your arms back behind you. Stepping back as gracefully as you can. Crescent lunge, opening through the chest, expanding. Hands to heart, tipping forward, finding a twist. Right elbow to left knee, bracing your core. And then if you wish, flying the arms. Releasing everything to the mat, stepping back, downward facing dog. Breathing. Let's do one big in through the nose, out through the mouth. So inhale, holding at the top, and then releasing through the mouth. One more, inhale. Let it all go through the mouth. From here, stepping or jumping to seated. I'm going to add some layers back on. Finding a cross-leg position. And then from here, extending out through your legs. Seated staff pose, grounding through your sit bones, flexing through your feet, lifting through your arms, and then slowly folding forward, finding somewhere for your hands to rest, maybe on the sides of the legs. Maybe you do want to use the legs to help pull you forward. So somewhere on the calves, ankles, sides of the feet. You can have a rounded spine here, but trying to find length and space and not forcing anything, but just exploring where can your breath take you in this pose. Can you sink any further forward as we stay here for a bit longer? In the meantime, I'm going to put my socks back on because it is cold in countryside Sweden in October. Seeing what we can let go of in this pose as well. If you're gritting your teeth, if you're lost in thought, how can you guide yourself gently back to this moment? Focusing on your breath. And just noticing as time goes on in this pose, can you sink any further deeper, using your inhales to lengthen, exhales to fold forward. Slowly coming up and then lying down on your back, hugging your knees into your chest, giving yourself a big squeeze. And then from here, we're going to find our shoulder stand. So bringing legs past 90 degrees, walking your hands in onto your lower back, drawing elbows in as close as you can towards each other, and then lifting legs up high to the sky, engaging glutes. Letting the blood flow the other way. All our inversions help to energize us. Bringing knees to forehead. And you can stay here. And if you wish, going into plow, extending one leg at a time. Feet will eventually touch the floor. You may not get there today, and that's all right. If your feet are touching the floor, you can extend out through your arms, clasping your hands together. If your feet are not touching the floor, hands to your lower back. Breathing. Slowly rolling all the way down. Bringing your feet on the mat. And then final pose before we finish for today, happy baby. Knees into chest. Bending your knees. Lowering your lower back to the floor, holding onto the outsides of the feet, the ankles, the big toe. Rocking or remaining in stillness. And again, seeing, are you holding tension in your brow? Are you frowning? Can we bring a little smile to the lips? Lightness to the face. And then in your own time, releasing feet wide on the mat, hands away from the body, palms up, closing your eyes. Our final resting pose, Shavasana. And I invite you to completely let go here. Feel heavy on the mat. If you have more time, you're welcome to stay here longer. If not, slowly bring movement back to your toes, your fingers, ankles, wrists. Deepening your breath, reaching hands overhead, giving yourself a big stretch. And then rolling over to one side, bringing your knees to chest. And then slowly coming up to a seated position. Closing your eyes, letting your hands rest on your knees, lifting through your chest. Blinking, open your eyes, hands to heart, bowing your head down. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. If you enjoyed this class, please let me know in the comments. Please subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next class.